Okay, I don't think we need... We set everything we need to set here. Let's just jump into it. So, I see that there is currently only one viewer, and I think that's you.
That's me, yeah.
But just in case, because... So, I've also been... I put our last stream on YouTube. If you think that's cool, we can go ahead and put this on YouTube also. Just because Twitch only keeps the stream for like 2 weeks. So if you want like a longer term place for it to live, you gotta put it on YouTube or something. So I guess for the sake of YouTube, I'll just say that we played the first like 5 minutes of this already. So.
Oh, right.
So, you know, here it's like, oh my god, oh no, not the...
Oh, the moon, the sun.
Oh
they
god.
Are one and the same.
I could have never perceived of such a possibility. Oh yeah, so you have the stream up, you might be able to see I've got a new overlay. I threw them together last night for the 16:9.
Oh, nice.
So it's still a little rough, and as you see, there's a big blank spot below the video. That's where I'm thinking the marquee could go, or some other info, but for now it's just empty.
It's pretty tight. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, the power of the crystal.
Oh, right, this was my chance to actually pay attention and see what actually happened here. Once again, I didn't look at all.
Oh, wow, those people are burning alive, okay.
Dude, we know that the Force is a thing in this game, and I think they're dying of Force lightning.
They're Jedi heretic.
So he tried to use the cube thing, and he just died, and then he also destroyed
he
this
tried
whole
to
city?
use the cube to, like, do something with the moon, and clearly it worked partially, because the moon is now several partial moons.
It looks like what's going on is like...
It's vague. Oh, it's
yes.
vague.
As she says it. It looks to me like what's happening is like all these Force users got screwed over. Like the moon was like how they channeled their power or something. And then they like they all lost control of their magic.
I love how quickly that segue is into like 1 year later.
he doesn't even finish
so
his
much
scream.
Emotion. You get like half a second to be like, wow, and it's like, oh, by the way, it's a year later now. Oh, sad man. Frozen white.
It definitely like makes you a little less sad when you see like he's got a cute furry Pokemon. I'm like, you know, things can't be that bad.
It's such a Tails thing to have like a little Pokemon companion.
No, they all have a dude. That thing is pretty damn cute. Ah, some nice emulation glitch there.
Dude, his little companion's there with us. I didn't realize that the first time.
Yeah.
Oh no, he just like runs away.
That's
and
why. All right. So I guess we already did some of these, so we can just go through them again. So I guess I'll start with this one. So we have Nani mono da, naze ore no namae o shiteiru. So like, who are you? How do you know my name?
心配しなくていいよ。僕たちは仲間さ。こっちへ来て話を聞いてくれないかな。
心配しなくていいよ。僕たちは仲間さ。こっちへ来て話を聞いてくれないかな。There's no need to worry. We're friends. Why don't you come over here and have a chat with us? They're like 5 steps away from each other. Like there's really, what is it? こっちへ来て like.
I can't get my eye off
right.
the cat's sock sleeve tail, man. I just like my eyes are glued to it.
His tail's also the same.
Oh, no worries. What were you saying?
Oh, his tail's the same color as his bangles, but not as his actual flesh. Is it like a? So it's a sock. It's like an actual tail sock.
This reminds me of like Monster Hunter armor pigment customization for some reason. Alright, let's see. Hanasu koto nado nanimo nai. Kaire. So I don't have anything to talk about. Go home. I was trying to think of a way to like explain the nado here. Hanasu koto nado. Like
nado.
Like what would be a way to localize that?
Kiku koto, yomu koto, like you could kind of use nado to be like, so I have nothing to talk about, but it's not just talk. So it's like I don't want to hear anything. I don't want
right.
read anything. I don't like.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. All right.
そうかな。僕たちなら君の力になれると思うんだけど。
Is this where we learn Japanese? Yes, it is, Tepe.
Learn and play.
Oh, we got a bot in here. Look at this.
Oh, good. Look at that bot.
Oh, I'm really glad I turned on the option to censor links. That triple asterisk is a link somebody tried to put in.
Very nice.
So let me just go ahead and I don't know how to do it. Here we go.
Ooh.
Block. Yay. Ooh, good. My first block. That's fun.
Your first block. And the bot. そうかな。僕たちなら君の力になれると思うんだけど。そうかな. So he's like, I don't have anything to talk to you. And she's like, is that so? I think we could be of use to you.
Yeah.
Like that Akedo is kind of like almost like passive aggressive, like you know, I thought that we might be able to help you, but if you're gonna put on that air of the stoic, depressive little boy who doesn't want to help anyone.
Yeah, So I mentioned, now that we have some folks in here, we've done the first few minutes of this as a test before. So you see in the spreadsheet here, we've got
Yes.
chikara ni naru, because that one came up in this particular sentence.
Right. Yeah. Let's keep it real. We did do the first 5 minutes here just to test it out. So no, but we can always learn new things.
All right, let's go to the next one.
お前に何ができる何も知らないくせに
All right, so what can you do for me? You guys don't even know anything. So the kuseni, I guess we should describe as kind of like noni. It's like despite not knowing anything, and then the implication is like you're saying you can help me despite knowing anything. Feel free to jump in if I say something wrong.
君の疑問の答えを知っている。
相手が僕は君以上に君のことを知ってる。君の疑問の答えを知ってる。I know more about you than you do. I know the answer to your question. I don't understand why they have the answer in the brackets, which is essentially the Japanese quote here. But yeah, I think it's more just kind of trying to be impressive. Like, oh, we know the answer to all of their questions.
Yeah, maybe there's like one big secret about this world or something. Who knows?
Sure. The answer to, I mean, there's a giant frozen, his wife is frozen behind him in crystal, so maybe that's what he's seeking an answer to. Also, curious that they dropped the E in shitteru, but in the first shitteru, but then they kept the E in the second shitteru. Shitteru. Seems to be kind of, maybe it was a typo, or maybe it was like trying to be a little bit more playful in the first sentence and a little bit more serious in the second one.
Yeah. Let's see, is the entire game voiced or only certain cutscenes? Well, we haven't played super far into it, but everything so far has been voiced.
I mean, we really only literally played like one cutscene. So
this is the PSP version, so maybe they added more voices or something. Because I think the original game was PS1, but
I think with Persona 3 they also did that when the PSP version came out. They kind of added some different features. Persona 3 says.
And I think also when we played this for practice, we talked about how it's interesting that Kimi no Koto, both of those words are shown in katakana.
My only thought on why Boku and Kimi are in katakana is because like they're all kind of a different race, or like I'm not really sure. But it might be using the katakana just to kind of like keep it away from saying everyone is the same. They're all kind of, there's like a lot of different probably a lot of different like races and like animal human hybrids in this game, so they might use the katakana to like level the playing field with how they call each other. As for koto in katakana, that's something I see a lot in video games. Where, like koto in kanji is more like a physical, something that has like tangibility to it.
Right.
Whereas in katakana, it's kind of more like that metaphorical thing. I know things about you.
By the way, folks in chat, let us know if the audio sounds good, like the balance. I think, Paul, you might need to get a little closer to mic, but other than that, it's sounding pretty good. All right, let's get.
I shall boost the power of my voice.
All right, so fuzakeru na, not a very family-friendly phrase. Or wait, did you take the last one? Should I take this one?
I did, yeah. This is
yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, so he says like, "Don't screw with me." You coming with your answer, or like what answer?
Yeah, this is that moment where like putting it in quotations actually makes more sense. It's almost like sarcastic. Like, yeah, what answers are you talking about?
All right, I turned up Paul a little bit. Make the voices
Okay.
of the game louder. Okay, yes. That was something we also tried to fiddle with before. I think for now, let me just turn up the volume of the game in general. Because we can't jump into the settings here. Okay. I'll let this audio play out and we'll see.
話をしようよベイグ。君が来ないなら僕がそっちへ行くからさ。
Forgot his name is Vague. 話をしようよ、ベイグ。君が来ないなら僕がそっちへ行くからさ。Let's talk, Vague. If you won't come to us, then we'll come to you. Again, they're 5 steps apart. There's not much ground to cross here, but yeah. If you won't come to us, then we'll come to you.
I wonder if this was supposed to be like more dramatic, but since it was on a PSP, they were like, oh no, but the original was PSX. Like they could have made the gap between them look a lot more dramatic. But
Maybe,
it's,
maybe the
it's
room
anime.
is actually enormous and they're like shouting at each other, like, hey, let's talk. And he's like, what?
Alright, it looks like he has control of the Force. Or as I think I first said, he can use the Force. So Seigyo, I think, yeah, that's another one we added in our new words on the left there. Alright.
想像以上だね。
想像以上だね. More than anticipated or beyond our expectations. There's a lot of ways to translate 想像以上, but yeah.
俺に構うな。次は加減しない。
俺に構うな。次は加減しない. So, kamau here was another one that we talked about. Like, dare dare ni kamau. So, like, to concern oneself with someone or to be associated with someone. By the way,
To meddle in someone's face.
one quick thing I should mention, there's a bang spreadsheet command that I added. So if you type that in, you can get a link to this spreadsheet and follow along as we're adding stuff. And also add stuff if there's something you don't know and you'd just like to add it in there. Okay, so we said ore ni kamao na. I was like, don't concern yourself with me. And then next time I won't go so easy on you. And the Kagen.
And I will use 5 ice blast.
The Kagen is wait, sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I said next time I'll use 5 ice blast.
Yeah. The 5th one was supposed to go up the middle, but he's like, not today. So yeah, Kagen. Kagen is like a how do you translate Kagen? Like sort of.
That's a good one. So like, there's a lot of phrases that use kagen, like "I kagen ni shinasai."
I didn't mean to skip.
That's cool. It's all good. We can keep talking about kagen. So like, "I kagen ni shinasai" is like usually like get a hold of yourself or like act your age or kind of behave. Kagen, the kanji literally means add and reduce or add and subtract. So it's like a blend of these two conflicting meanings. It kind of means to like measure oneself or meter oneself to keep your actions in check. So thinking about kagen shinai is like I'm not holding back next time. Like I won't keep myself in check.
Right. Did it say ikagen? Because ikagen is the one that means like a reasonable degree or.
Right. So it's like a good amount of adding and subtracting if you take it literally.
Right.
But it's basically saying like the right level. So "I kagen ni shinasai" is really common as like a way to be like yo, and like stop acting out or like, you know, kind of control yourself.
Right. Oh, good comment in a chat here about the adding the furigana to the spreadsheet. So yeah, we have it in there. Right now it's in the 3rd column, so you'll see it shows up here. It doesn't show up on the other overlay. I'm not really sure which one would be more useful to people. But perhaps it'd be better to have the kana, but unfortunately I can't fit all 3 of those here. If you think the furigana is more useful, though, we can swap those columns. I guess once we get several more people who have a thought on that. I was thinking it'd be really cool. Actually, Paul, you probably know how to do this, but like typing in the spreadsheet with the furigana just above these kanji. Oh, that might be too small for the stream, though, actually. It might not show up
Yeah,
well.
I don't know if you can do that on Google spreadsheets. I think there's a way to do that on Microsoft Excel, but there could be a way to do it. I don't know yet. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. I'll take a note of that. Do you say your name's Screer? I'll call him Screer. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the kana in there too.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, I already advanced the text on accident, so I think this one is you.
Oh, sure. 言ってるんですけど Okay, so he was just like, I'm not gonna hold back, like, stay away from me. And she now turned around to her feline friend here, with the mesmerizing purple tail. So I think she's entreating him like are we still doing this? Like, he's saying these kind of things. Is this okay to keep like pushing him, or to like keep pressing him for information?
Let's see here. Some cells could be a bit bigger. Some kanji get hard to read. Yeah, that's what I was. I was concerned about this too, because I was trying to fit the spreadsheet in this. Once I switched to the 16:9 games, it got a lot harder to show that stuff full size. So maybe showing kanji furigana and making that a full size display. Maybe that would be a better option.
Yeah.
But thanks for the feedback. I'll think about that.
Definitely. I also noticed, yeah, when I put in row 23, the font is smaller.
Oh yeah, sometimes that I need to somehow set the default font size for this whole. I can just set that. There we go.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe you can use the bottom bar for kana. I'll definitely think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me go to the next one here. Alright, a few of these, actually the next 2 words in the spreadsheet had this. So we have teara, which is like rough or violent, and then mane, meaning like behavior. So literally it's like, I didn't want to do a rough behavior. Which kind of gives you the general gist of what's going on here. I didn't want to...
Pro translation right there.
Dub it in, guys.
I did not want to do a rough behavior on this man.
Dub it into the game. Let's go. Yeah, so it's like I didn't want to go rough on him, but it looks like we have no choice. I guess we should... Yeah, shikata arumai is like just a more stiff way of saying shikata ga nai.
Yeah. Archaic, if you will. Arumai.
Yeah.
They love to throw that kind of stuff in this like era, this genre of video games where the era is usually set in some kind of like make believe Renaissance Europe kind of situation. And yeah, they'll throw in arumai, which is basically arimasen. Like, we don't use arumai anymore.
I know the definition I'd seen that I have in my flashcard for it is like cannot possibly.
Cannot possibly.
Or like must not, I think was another one. Like asoko ni ikumai, like you must not go there. Isn't that alternate meaning for that? Anyway.
Maybe, yeah.
I guess in this context it just means shikata ga nai.
Shikata nai. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for the follow, Aonuria. Kind of sounds Japanese. Just in case it is, arigatou gozaimasu. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one here then.
みたいだね。で、条件は？
みたいだね。で、条件は、so みたいだね、みたい is like using like so it would seem. So what are our conditions? 条件 here literally meaning conditions, but maybe like what's the terms? What do I have to obey? So maybe she's asking for approval to like keep going. Or maybe she's asking for approval to be rough with him. You know, what do I have to do to keep trying to push him?
Yeah, this stuff is always interesting when I read it because it makes me remember, like, you know, good English writing is sometimes vague because you're always wondering, like, what's going on. Like, if this were English, it would be like, what are the conditions? When you read it in Japanese,
it'd
it's
be
like,
really bad.
what are they talking about? But even if you were reading it in English, that's the point, is like, you're not supposed to know at this moment, like, what conditions.
Mhm.
フォルスなし、目標を傷つけずに60秒だ。
Okay, so no using the force, and without hurting the target. There's no actual like verb action here, but it's like 60 seconds without hurting the target. So I
I like
guess
how they refer to him as a target.
yeah. I didn't
I thought
actually
they
know
were
you could
trying
use
to be
Mokhyō
friendly.
like that.
Mokuhyo. Mokuhyo can be used to refer to people, but yeah, it's very impersonal.
Yeah.
So
I always thought it was the more like intangible, like I have this goal, not as like a target. So
so that's more like mokuteki. Mokuteki is a little bit more like purpose or target or goal. Mokuhyo actually stems from like a physical tag or slip.
oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So mokuhyo can be used a little bit more to refer to like a tangible thing, whereas mokuteki is more like the intangible purpose or intangible goal.
Right.
All the same, it's kind of not cool to refer to a human as a mokuhyo. So I clearly have other motives in mind.
And that's the great thing about learning this stuff from input, right? Because like maybe in the past I would be confused about mokuteki and mokyō, but now I'll forever remember that this poor lad here was referred to as a mokyō.
Oh, vague.
厳しいな。
I can't simulate the high pitch, but Kibishina. Oh man, so strict.
できないのか？
So you can't do it?
できないと思う？
You think I can't do it?
質問に質問で返すのは感心せんな。
Yeah, we talked about this one before. So
Oh, yeah.
so answering a question with a question is, and then kanshin. So kanshin is like, I guess it can mean multiple things, right? It can mean to be impressed or to be like moved by something.
Sure, right.
And then what we talked about before was the sen is actually shinai.
Yeah, sen is a dialectical use of shinai. So, I spent a good deal of time in Toyama Prefecture. For those who don't know where Toyama Prefecture is, it's kind of, if you think of mainland Japan as like a banana, Toyama Prefecture is in that inner crook of the banana. Kind of near Niigata, or like Ishikawa, that kind of region, the Hokuriku region. And in that region and in Kansai, constitutes like Osaka, Kyoto, Nara, some of the bigger, more famous prefectures. Oftentimes, instead of saying shinai, they'll use sen. So it's kind of a dialect form of shinai. And so here they're kind of using that to add a little bit of character to Mr. Eugene the cat. So kanshin shinai na, kanshin sen na.
Eugene the cat.
Eugene the cat
Yeah, that I was definitely not aware of. I thought it was like, at first I thought it was like Kanshin Sen was one word and the Sen was like a really complicated kanji, so they just wrote it in hiragana.
Oh, that's also that happens.
But yes, Shinai. Okay, yeah, very interesting.
So he's talking in Kansai-ben or just some elements. I would say probably not full Kansai-ben because full Kansai-ben is.
Uh-oh, you're kind of cutting out.
Am I cutting out? Okay, my bad. I'm just reading off street. I wish I could.
I said
pronounce this
Screer.
correctly. Screer. Okay, I'm gonna go with Screer. So he said talking in Kansai-ben or just some elements. I think it's more like just some elements. It's kind of more just, oh, we've got we've got akaushi. 関西だけじゃなくて一般的に使う言葉である. Yeah. So it's not exclusively Kansai-ben, but more just kind of more of a brusque way of saying Shinai, or just kind of maybe just that's his character.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Akashi, for your input as well. And Screer. Okay, cool. We got Screer. We got the okay to use Screer.
何を話しているさっさと帰
Oh. Okay, so yeah, what are you talking about? Please just quickly go home. ...
やめるなら今のうちだよ、ベイグ。
やめるなら今のうちだよ、ベイグ。So if you're gonna give up or if you're gonna yield, now's the time to do it, Veg. I like that she has Tanfa. Ah, Tanfa.
Yeah, Ima no Uchi, I know that I've seen in other Japanese learning streams, the whole, like, what does Uchi mean? Ends up being a very common question.
Because Uchi usually means like inside or interior or...
Yeah, it's like Ima no Uchi, it's like now's the chance, in this moment. Yeah, tricky. Alright.
I think this is the... Oh.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Not getting that! Oh man, they love using this in video games all the time. By the way, never say this to your friends. It's actually like really insensitive. I mean, like if you're really close buddies and like I don't know, if you think of an English equivalent where your friend's teasing you and you're just like, yeah, man, fuck off. Like you know, if you would throw out like a harsh insult at your friend, knowing that your friend would be okay with it. Maybe you could use Fuzaketa now with your friends, but it is a very it's very rough, so just be careful with it.
Yeah, and just remember if you're speaking to your manager to say "fuzakenakute itadakenai desho ka?"
Yeah, you might be looking for a new job really soon after that.
All right, let's go on here. All right, so now, right, we're just gonna jump into this, I guess. Do they give me any sort of tutorial here?
Nope.
Cool. Okay, so last time we translated these, so we have D-pad de dash de ido dekimasu. So you can dash with the D-pad. And then, do you want to take the first one of the side menu here?
Alright.
Oh, I thought we lost you for a sec.
No, I'm here. I'm good. So genzai sentaku dekimasu. You can't choose it right now. No force. We have no force powers.
No
it's
force.
like Luke Skywalker all over again. Oh god.
That's when he refuses to give you a raise. You say that. That's exactly right.
You have to make sure to use lots of Keigo though.
Yes. Okay, so Soubyo Henko, so changing your equipment.
Item or shield, use the item.
And then Sakusen Henko, so changing your battle strategy. Or as it says here in English, tactics. You don't need Japanese to play this game.
Exactly. Alright, so...
I guess it's just gonna throw me in. Oh, squares... That's what's tripping me up. Squares open the menu.
Akashi is asking, このゲームは英語で出たことある? And I think no, right? I think we chose it specifically because there is no English version of this game.
Oh, this particular game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this one did have an English version.
Oh, it did? Okay.
But I don't know, because this is the PSP like re-release, so maybe it maybe that only
Maybe
came out in Japan.
Just reboot. Yeah. Mm.
I want to defend, but the button is not the same. Oh, I'm just defending. Okay, cool. Wow.
敵の位置、高さによって使い分けてください。通常攻撃はなん、Oh my god. Square で攻撃を、Oh my god.
Oh, is it giving me all the battle help?
Oh my
wow.
god. 丸の組、敵の位置、高さに、Oh, wow, okay.
油断しちゃったよ
Alright.
もうやだ
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, you got flamed.
You're not supposed to use the force. Yeah, I wasn't reading any of that stuff at the top at all.
お前の炎同じなのかこの力は一体
Okay, so now we're into parts of the game that we haven't done yet. Do you want to take this
Go
one, or
for
should I
it.
take this one? Or okay,
You go for it, yeah.
let's see. So, 俺の氷とお前の炎同じなのかこの力は一体 So, okay, my ice and your flames are the same? What is this power? So we have この力は一体 It's like, what in the world is this power?
一体何か is usually kind of how it ends, but they're cutting that off for impressive effect.
I guess what we're going to be leading into here is that they're the same because they were produced by the Force. But we'll
Ooh.
find out.
お前のその力はフォルスという。
あ
使い方を誤らなければ、この先お前にとって大きな助けとなる。
お前のその力はフォルスという使い方を誤らなければ、この先お前にとって大きな助けとなる。That power of yours is known as the Force. If you don't mistake using it, if you don't use it incorrectly, then it should be of great help to you in the future.
Yeah, I was kind of staring at that Ayamaru in there.
誤らなければ Oh, yeah.
This might be a good chance to, I guess. Well, Ayamaru has two kanji that mean two different things.
Right. One of them is apologize, and this is not that one. The other one means to mistake or to err. So I can throw that
Yeah.
in our Excel sheet here. So we have this Ayamaru, and since we received a request to include the reading, I'm gonna throw in the reading. It might get a little bit cut off, but that way at least we can partially how to read it. Ayamaru. So yeah, this one is to err, to mistake, to misuse. We have another ayamaru that's a different kanji, and that is to apologize.
If you want to, you could write it in the whiteboard if you want to show people.
On the whiteboard, sure. Okay, I'll give that a shot. Let me open up the whiteboard too.
Yeah, this is one of those
so the
ones.
One to apologize, that's a lot different than the one to mistake. But yeah, ayamara nakereba, if you don't mistake kaikata, the usage of it. So kaikata o ayamaru, I don't know if this is kind of like a natural way of saying it, but basically how I would try to like localize that in English is like if you don't misuse it, if you don't if you treat it well, if you want to be, a little bit vulgar, you could be like, if you don't fuck it up, this could be of great import to you.
Yeah, this is one where it's like I knew the meaning of Ayamaru here, but I didn't I didn't really understand how it kind of functioned here. I see what you mean.
I don't personally use ayamaru all that much. Not necessarily like as a verb itself. I might use compounds that include the kanji in them.
Sure.
Actually,
Like
the
gokai.
most gokai, yes, misunderstanding. I was actually just about to put that in the spreadsheet here. Gokai, which means to misunderstand. So the second kanji there meaning understanding or solving. And so you are mistaking your understanding to misunderstand. That's probably one of the most common compounds that will use that kanji.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then konosaki in this context means like from here on out. Like in the future, it will be of use to you.
Right.
Konosaki, konosaki. So, but konosaki can also mean like just a little while ago, right?
Sakihodo is just a little while ago.
Oh.
I think because kono, the use of kono here implies future.
That's
But
mysterious.
sakihodo is, isn't it lovely? Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. So konosaki is more like, from here on out, but sakihodo is just recently.
I make this mistake all the time when I'm speaking Japanese, by the way. I'll say like sakihodo for something that happened like a day ago. And people will be like, what? Because it's supposed to mean like just like a second ago I did this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens because like there's also konomae. And
Right.
I don't know the correct way to use that. I don't know if it's like multiple days ago or a couple of hours ago or just yesterday. There seems to be kind of a vague partition between like the actual time frame for like konomae or sakihodo
Right.
or saki. You can use saki. So I think saki and sakihodo are roughly the same. Um, but konomae I think is usually like a couple days ish. And then there's we're getting a little bit too,
Yeah, let's keep moving
in
here.
depth there with this thing. Let's keep moving.
フォルス
Oh boy, is that mine line?
Yeah, that's you.
Four? The Force?
そうフォルス
Nice.
The Force, yes, the Force.
これがそのフォルスの具現化したものフォルスキューブさ
Oh god, it's the Force Cube. Okay. So, let's see. これが
Cube.
そのフォルスの and then we have 具現化
Gugenka.
具現化したもの Force Cube さ Okay, so now this is interesting. 具現化 well, you have tool and you have to appear or to exist and to change. I don't know what that means all in one word.
Means like manifested, like made physical.
Okay. Gugenka.
I can't speak for the actual I guess gu here meaning like tool or implement. Again meaning reality and ka meaning change. So I can't put that together to make it sound like anything logical, but basically gugenka here means to manifest or to make physical, to make real, to realize is the word.
Yeah. Gugenka, wow. I think actually we're probably going to want to put the furigana just in the kana part, because it will eventually be relevant when I get the marquee working.
Oh, sure. Okay, then let me
but
go
I
ahead and do
can
that.
I can also get rid of some of them. Boop. Gugenka. Wow, what a weird word. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not making a flashcard for that, that's for sure. um, if it pops up enough times, and, you know, given what it means, it's actually quite game-like. I'm gonna actually put in the G-show definition here. It's like embodiment or materialization.
Well, tape says, according to his dictionary, konomae is like up to a month. Wow, okay. Yeah, that is super vague.
Well,
It's
actually,
very contextual.
konomaya is like saying the other day in English, right? It's probably similar.
True, yeah. It's like if you said the other day, you could mean anywhere from like 3 days ago to like a week and a half, or I suppose potentially as far as a month if, you know, there wasn't really a whole lot of action going on during that month.
I.e., right now. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, right. The other day, you know, I was doing it. Wasn't that like 6 months ago? Yeah, man, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I was saying the other day. Alright, let's go to the next one here.
僕たちは旅をしている。僕や君のような能力、フォルスを持った仲間を探すために、僕たちの世界を救うために。
We got a doozy here. 僕たちは旅をしている。僕や君のような能力、フォルスを持った仲間を探すために、僕たちの世界を救うために。We're on a journey. A journey to find people like you and I. People with this power. People who have the force. A journey to
The Force.
save our world. There it is. Endgame. Roll credits. Yeah, so this is one of those moments where they've flipped the regular sentence structure. Lines 2 and 3. Actually, no. Lines 2, 3, and 4. Actually, you know what? Okay, gosh, this is. Lines 2 and 3 are combined. They're their own sentence fragment here, and then line 4 is its own sentence fragment. And they're all kind of calling back to the very first line, which is the fact that they're on a journey. So tameni, as I know it, is usually like for the purpose of, or in order to, or in its shortest form, just to. We're doing this to do something. So we're on a journey to find friends who have the force, friends with powers like you and I. And we're also on a journey to save our world. All of it kind of ties back to the very first sentence.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there.
All right.
全ては
Oh, it's
フ
the
ォルス
frozen
によっ
lady.
て起こったことなんだよ。
Okay, so it's like everything moves, everything acts or moves according to the Force. So I guess this is just... man, Tales games, they love doing this stuff where they're like, we're gonna have a mechanic of the world. Like, we need to explain atoms and how atoms work. Okay, so this one's interesting because we've got the niyotte, which has like a bunch of different uses. But among those is like you can say kuruma wa gasu ni yotte ugoku. Like a car moves through gas or by using gas. So here we have forusu ni yotte okotta koto. So everything, so subete wa forusu ni yotte okotta koto. So everything is a thing that moves according to the Force, I guess.
フォルスは生命と精神のパワーが生み出す特殊能力のことだ。
フォルスは生命と精神のパワーが生み出す特殊能力の。特殊能力 is in slightly blue font, so we're taken to mean that as kind of a special emphasis there.
It consumes MP is what they
no
mean.
special power, like almost like what is it? Yeah, special ability, unique ability. So the force is a special power that, but they also use power in katakana. Oh man, this is why I love and hate katakana, because you can refer to the same thing, but in katakana, and it doesn't ruin the sentence structure or the sentence flow. But when you translate it to English, you get this redundancy. So you gotta like come up with a synonym here. I thought we were gonna learn Japanese, not physics. Seriously. Japanese physics is fine.
Oh yeah, we got a question. ところでなんでこのゲームを? I don't know. I like Tales. They have a lot of text in their they usually talk about kind of difficult stuff, which is kind of fun.
Sure. I like Tales games too. They're usually a very interesting kind of outlandish plot that, you know, whether or not you truly believe it, it's still kind of fun to just go along for the ride and see what they're going for here. And yeah, like here, we already have a lot of interesting words to learn from. Maybe not all of them will be useful in daily conversation with your manager, but
you're telling me you're not going to use like このプロジェクトを具現化したい.
Honestly, Gugenka, I think I've seen it in business PowerPoint before.
Oh no.
So it could very well. I can't provide you with a specific example off the top of my head, but anyway, フォルスは生命と精神のパワーが生み出す特殊能力のこと。フォルスは生命と精神。So 生命 is life, 精神 is a spirit. So the power of life and spirit brought forth が生み出す okay. The force is a special power that given life by the power. Oh man, okay, this is so repetitive in English because they're using.
Yeah.
The force is a special ability given life by the power of human life and human spirit. There we go.
Yeah, actually, this is something
Good job,
I was.
Eugene the cat.
Eugene the cat, man, laying down Japanese physics for us. I was explaining this on the last stream I did, but like, I know I had a lot of trouble like parsing Japanese sentences for a while, and like I realized a strategy I could use to like help me get there, which is like you start from both ends of the sentence at once. So you say like forusu wa, and then there's a giant blob of stuff, and then no koto da. So it's like the force is this thing, right? And so then you can look at the inner sentence and be like, what is the force? It's this whole long description that we just read. Well, I guess first what you could say is the force is a unique ability. And then the unique ability is qualified by that sentence that you translated. So like kind of working backwards
that is a good point.
Definitely helps.
And the way that Japanese grammar is structured, that's usually a very decent way to start, because you're trying to kind of break it apart from the Japanese grammatical perspective, not necessarily an English grammatical perspective.
Right.
Where in English, we kind of just want to go from left to right. But with Japanese, you're kind of looking at the end of the sentence and how that influences the rest of the meaning.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
force is stuff. Be
like,
yeah, that's right. Alright, let's see. Oh boy, here's another one where we're gonna have to work backwards a little bit. So the force was originally moto. We have ore no yona gajuma. Ore no yona gajuma ni shika hatsugen shinai mono. Okay, well, so shika shinai is a grammar structure that means like only this. So I don't know what this Gajuma is. Is it Ore no
I
Yona?
think it's the name of the race of the cat people.
Ah, yeah. So like the
Because
force
Ore no
was
Yona is like me. Like a Gajuma
right.
like me. Mm.
So yeah. So he's saying the force was originally Ore no Yona. Oh, I see. The force was originally only able to be used by Gajuma like me.
Mm. So here we're saying Hatsugen, which is kind of like to produce or to bring forth.
They missed an opportunity here to use Gugenka.
Gugenka.
They need to use that as much as possible. Gajuma ni shika hatsugen shinai. Yeah, this is the same thing where you could work backwards from it. Like forusu wa, and then a big blob, and then mono datta. Alright, let's keep going.
だったらなぜ俺やそいつのようなヒューマにそんな力が
Oh no.
だったらなぜ俺やそいつのようなヒューマンにそんな力が If that's true, then why can I and this Huma over here also access that power? Huma, okay, so that's the demi-humans, I guess, or basically this universe's word for humans.
I don't think I will ever forget Gugenka now. That's what I'm saying. There's that we got that comprehensible input working.
Yeah.
Yeah, so humans are just humas. Interesting. Okay.
ある時からヒューマの中にもフォルス能力者が現れるようになったんだよ。
Oh, of course. So at some point, even within humas, people that
I just
like users of the Force began to appear.
I just think of hummus now.
Hummus, yeah. Other hummuses like us began to, let's see, what is it? Yeah, so Force users began to appear within the ranks of humas as well. I guess you could translate that as.
Because using Ningen is too easy. It really is.
Actually, I saw this yesterday on the Japanese Quest channel, which is the channel this kind of got inspired by. Was someone was asking what yoni means, and it's like, God, you can't really explain that in one fell swoop. I guess in this situation, the yo is like describing this scenario. So forusu no noryokusha ga arawareru yo. So it's like the scenario in which Force users appeared. And then ninatta, that scenario happened. Or something like that. I don't know how you would describe that or explain it.
Yeah. I just put it in the Excel sheet, but like suru yo ni naru is to come to do or to come to be. So arawareru is a passive verb, intransitive verb. I don't know the grammatical name for it, but it means appear, right? So arawareru yo ni naru means to come to appear, come to be. We don't really use that expression in English all that often. And so even in this kind of situation, I might not necessarily translate it that literally. It's like, oh, human Force users came to appear a while ago. It'd be more like came about or started appearing. That kind of nuance, I guess.
Yeah. And I'll also say that learning how to use yoni properly in conversation is like probably the most useful like piece of grammar you can learn when you're like speaking. It's just like used and abused everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Right.
We have a common game. So it is quite fun so far. We've learned about Gajuma and Gugenka, and hummuses. And it's
Gugenka.
already. I don't think I'll ever forget Gugenka.
覚えなさいよ、みんな。
Oh, 覚えるようになった.
Ah, there you go. 覚えるようになった。
I'm just probably not accurate, but
今ではガジュマやヒューマという種族の区別なく、いろいろな種類のフォルスを持った能力者がいるんだ。
今ではガジュマやヒューマという種族の区別なく、いろいろな種類のフォルスを持った能力者がいるんだ。So now, now there are a wide variety of Force users, regardless of whether they belong to the Gajima race or the Hyuma race. So here, Shizoku, referring to a race, race of people. Kubetsu meaning distinction or split. So kubetsu naku is a common phrase that just means like without distinction or without telling apart, without with that kind of thing. And I think the rest is今ではno Gajima ya Hyuma という種族の区別なく so yeah, no distinction between the races of Gajima or Hyuma. いろいろな種類のフォルスを持った能力者がいる。フォルスを持った能力者。So 能力者 is like literally like a person of talent or a person of ability. And here it's it might be a little bit confusing because they're using motsu in the past tense. You might think the more common way to phrase this is like フォルスを持っている能力者, but instead it's フォルスを持った能力者. And I actually don't know the specific reason why notta is here kind of prevailing over 乗っている. But it is, I do see it like enough to consider it a common usage where you can use the past tense, but it doesn't necessarily strictly mean past tense. Gosh, that's not a great way to explain this.
No, I was actually, the other day I was just reading a big post about like the teiru form and like how it's used in Japanese in ways that you really would not expect because it's very confusing.
Sure.
When you get like kekkon shiteiru, like I'm in the state of being married, like, and it goes way, way beyond that too.
Oh, right. Kekkon shite is not like I'm currently getting married. It means I am married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here we kind of have a similar usage of past tense that's not necessarily past tense.
Very weird.
But we're kind of translating フォルスを持った能力者 as like force users, so it's kind of the easiest way to make it a quick and clean translation of that phrase.
Yeah, I guess if they wanted to say at one point they had the force, it would be motteita. That one is unambiguous, right? Alright, so I think we're good on that one.
君のフォルスは氷。
Wow. That's all. Okay. Okay, your force is ice. I didn't know it was going to be that simple. They were describing it as like, it's the energy that moves the world and everything acts in according to the force. And then they're like, yours is ice. Okay. Simple enough.
Ice force, you say.
君は氷を自在に操ることができるでしょ?
Okay, well, I don't know exactly what this means, so we're gonna have a look up here, but something like, okay, you can control ice, right? And there's some jizai ni, which is in there. I know these kanji, but
Jizai ni is freely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as you wish.
Jizai. Ah, at will. That's
At
probably
will,
how you
that's
would.
a good way to put it.
That's how you would actually localize it, probably.
I probably would have said freely, just because it's simpler, I guess. You can freely control ice. You can control ice. I guess they're both pretty much the same. So it's more of a personal choice.
I'm gonna put in the doing here.
Like doing it well. There you go.
自在に. I could see creating a flashcard for this. I've only seen it right now, though. It is an N1 word, so I don't know. I'll consider it, probably. Cool.
Nice.
All right. Let's keep going.
今はな。だが、クレアの氷だけはどうすることもできない。
今はな。だが、クレアの氷だけはどうすることもできない。Alright, so the girl in the ice, her name is Kurea. Maybe Claire. I don't know how they might have chosen to put that in. 今はな. So I can now. But there's nothing I can do about the ice that's encasing Claire.
That one's interesting because I've never actually thought about how that breaks down. That's like a phrase you hear a lot. But yeah. I only know that phrase colloquially. I've never heard it broken down. It might not be worth breaking down.
I see.
Yeah. All right.
それは君のフォルスが暴走した時の氷だからだよ。
Okay. Let me see. So それは君のフォルスが暴走 I only know that because I heard her say it. が暴走した時の氷だからだよ. Okay, so I believe, yeah, 暴走you hear all the time in anime. It's like going out of control. I mean,
right.
You've got the kanji explode and or not, no, that's violent, and then run. So that makes sense to me, 暴走.
To run wild.
I'll probably add that
loose.
as a flashcard anyway, because I know I hear it all the time in anime and games. and I already know the kanji, so I might as well just throw it in. Rampage.
Rampage.
Acting rashly. I'm gonna actually recklessly. I like that one. Here we have Bolso. Okay, let's see here. So, now let's give it a good translation. So she's basically saying that's because this ice is ice you created when your force was out of control, or like when you were, you know, using it recklessly. And I notice here again we have the dayo, and the yo is a katakana.
Yeah, the yo and the ne and the dakedo, like they'll put that in katakana. I think it's a style thing. If nothing else.
Yeah,
I don't know the intended nuance. Is it playful? Is it like a pitch kind of thing, like changing their pitch? I'm not entirely sure, but we do see it. Scream says that looks so wrong to me. I agree. I would much prefer to just have it in hiragana, but it definitely seems to like putting those in katakana.
When I look at it, it gives me a very like cold vibe. Because yo is so like round and pleasing looking. And then the katakana is like a box. It's like a robot suddenly saying it.
Speaking of robots, whenever they put all of the text of the robot in katakana, I absolutely despise that.
Oh, really?
I hate it so much. It's so hard. I don't know. Like I think everyone learns hiragana and katakana like a different way. The way I learned it was we drilled hiragana into our brain, and then our Japanese teacher was like, "Oh, hey, so there's a whole other alphabet that pronounced the exact same way, but it's different characters. And my brain just didn't want to take it. Like I still struggle with katakana, just because my brain defaults to the hiragana, and so if I have to read like the robot character's voice and it's all katakana, it takes me
Yeah,
way
I know
longer
what
to
you
read
mean.
it.
And also, katakana just look a lot more similar to each other than hiragana.
That's also true.
Okay, let's see. So that one's done.
心の力であるフォルスは持つ者の心が不安定だと過度に反応し制御できなくなる。
心の力であるフォールスは持つ者の心が不安定だと過度に反応し制御できなくなる。心の力であるフォルス。So force, which is the power of the heart, after all, you'll become unable to control it if your 持つ者の心が不安定. So if your heart is unstable, if your heart is unstable heart, that doesn't sound natural. So 不安定 here is unstable, or I guess maybe in this case kokoro is not referring to heart but to mind. Sometimes you'll see kokoro used metaphorically to refer to like someone's mental state of being, not their physical beating heart. So, motsumono no kokoro ga fuante, like if you're of unstable mind, or if you're panicking, or if you cannot control yourself, your emotions, then your force will overreact. You'll be unable to control it, and then will result in our little ice block girlfriend over here.
Ice block girl. Dude, I think you just invented a new dating sim.
Ice block girlfriend?
Yeah. She's the main character, and then I don't know who the other characters are, but yeah, interesting. There were a few things I was a little unsure of here. Yeah, so you ended up translating that as kokoro no chikara de aru forces. So you're saying in that case it's like the force. This is what the force is. It's like a power of the heart. Is that right?
I would say like the force, which is after all the power of the heart.
And that's because the first time I read it, I thought that it was going to be like there's different kinds of forces, and the force that originates from the power of your heart can do this. But then when you translate that, I was like, that makes more sense.
Yeah, so I think in this case, this is one of those instances where you have an entire sentence before the noun. So, kokoro no chikara de aru, that all by itself is a sentence, which is like the power of the heart. And then all of that is put right before forusu, which allows you to like qualify the noun force with that. So he's saying like force, which is, after all, the power of the heart. And then he continues the sentence. It's very grammatically obtuse in English. We don't usually structure our sentences that way. This would be more natural to split into two sentences. It would be like, he would be like, well, Vague, force is the power of the heart, period. So, when your heart is unstable, you tend to, overuse it, or it goes out of your control. This is a feature of Japanese where they can make very grammatically complex sentences, but in English, it's a lot more preferable to kind of chop it up and make it easier to understand.
Right. Yeah, Japan loves run-on sentences.
Yeah, I'm learning that also in Korean, long sentences are super common, and sometimes even like if you're translating from English into Korean, they'll combine multiple sentences together because it just sounds more natural from a Korean speaker's perspective.
Right. Yeah, one word I needed to add in here is this kado. I was not aware of this word.
Yeah.
Is it ka? There it is, kado.
Kado, yeah. So ka, that kanji is sugiru, to exceed, to go beyond, and do here is like degree or point or percentage.
Right.
Yeah, it's an easy compound for excess, in excess or exceeding or over the limit, over the edge.
Immoderate is another definition I see. Interesting.
Immoderate.
I guess that would be like kado, like you'd say it in like the workplace, like don't be excessive.
Oh.
Kado. Okay, Yeah, probably not creating a flashcard for that one. It seems very, it doesn't seem like something that would pop up a ton.
That's also, yeah, that's also one of those words that in my experience, it's a lot easier to understand when you see it than when you hear it.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Because
Like,
yeah, the meaning's right there in
the
the...
sword. Yeah.
Right.
Adoni Hannoshi.
Alright, moving on.
君の力の覚醒は突然のことだった。準備ができていなかった君の心は力を制御できずに彼女を。
Okay, I remembered that word I don't know when I read it, and then I was like, I forgot it already. We'll get there. Okay, so 君の力の何々は突然のことだった。We'll get to that word. Well, I guess we should just go ahead and do it now. I heard it and then I forgot it. 覚える. 覚える is 書く? So 書く. Did she say せ? 覚醒?
覚醒, yes. 覚醒.
Aha, there it is. Oh.
Awakening might be the easiest, or I think disillusionment is another way to
Wow,
translate that.
The third result in Jisho is how to say the stimulants control law of 1951. So, if you ever want to say that. God, that's absurd. Okay, so kakse. I will add this in. That seems like one that would appear in a lot of games, for sure.
Oh, sure. Even the game I worked on, we used kakuse to refer to awakenings of the characters and it increases their max power level.
Oh, I wonder if that's the word they use in Fire Emblem Awakening. Like the Fire Emblem games, you like when you prestige them, don't you like awaken them or something? I don't remember.
If that's true, then most likely it's an English translation of kakuse. Because it's very, very popular to use this word to like refer to a character's kind of boosting their level cap or raising their max power. Yeah, kakuse.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, going back to this. It looks like what we're saying here is she's saying, your power was one that suddenly awakened, and your, how would you translate it? Your ill-prepared heart was not able was not able
bad,
to,
actually, yeah.
was not able to control it, and kanojo. That's something you can't really translate because the sentence order's backwards, but and to her you have.
Or and so you inadvertently encase her in ice.
Yeah. All right.
それがフォルスの暴走なんだ。
それがフォルスの暴走なんだ。That is the force run wild. That is the force out of control.
All right.
この氷は今のお前の能力では消すことは不可能だ。
Oh, dang. All right. So this ice, well, with your current skill, it's impossible for you to, kesu, interesting, to erase it. I guess it's impossible for you to clear
remove.
it. I guess, yeah.
Clear, yeah.
Eugene the cat with his wise words of wisdom.
Just standing there the whole
どうす
time.
ればクレアは
どうすればクレアは What? How can I return her to normal? How can I bring her back? How can I thaw her? I need to thaw my wife.
See, that's what I'm telling you. That this is what you do in the Ice Cube waifu
This is the
dating
next
sim.
dating sim.
Yeah, you have to thaw them with your love and passion. This is an interesting sentence structure though. どうすればクレアは
Oh, instead of like, oh,
どうすれば Yeah, maybe instead of that.
you got me, man. These kind of sentence fragments, like,
Maybe it's
I
like
just go with what I can pick up from the context.
Yeah. I guess he's like bringing her back up as a subject. You could think about it really mechanically, I guess, and say like kurea wa, like kurea no koto wa dou sureba ii, or something.
Yeah, no real solid answer for me on this.
Yeah.
ここは僕に任せて、ベイグ。君が氷なら、僕は炎。氷を溶かすには。
Is this one me or I forget where we were? I think this one's me, right?
It's you, yeah.
Okay. So, leave this to me, Vague. If this is so corny, man. If you are the ice. It's kind of like, I guess if you localize it, it'd be like, I am the fire to your ice. And then we've got
Who's the earth to the wind?
yeah, exactly. And then in order to melt ice, you must use. And this is totally where Eugene the cat's gonna be like, the force doesn't work like that, stupid.
Force don't give a shit about your power.
Force don't care about Pokemon weaknesses. Alright, let's see.
炎を近づければいい。
炎を近づければいい。炎を近づければいい I should just what?
Yeah, I'm confused too.
How this particular sentence doesn't 近づける I should just put fire near it. Sure. Yes, technically. Yes, that is how you melt ice. You put fire near it.
Oh, I see. At first I thought she was saying you should get close to the fire, and I was like, shouldn't she be saying like step back for a second while I
Yeah, I was about to assume that, like, 近づかないで. But she's using the transitive form, 近づける, so like to bring
Right.
close. I'll just bring fire close to the eye. A wise solution.
この近づければいい. Yeah. Okay. I've got a bad feeling, but we'll see what happens.
フォルスの炎よ。氷の眠りから彼女を解き放て。
Hanate, interesting. Oh yeah, Hanatsu, it's the command form. Okay, so flames of the force. I guess it's like remove this woman from her icy slumber. If you were to go full swag on
kind
it.
of like free, unchained.
Yeah.
Free this woman from her icy slumber. Now, Vic, break the ice. Icebreaker, go.
Break the ice.
What kind of pet did you have as a child? Tell me.
No,
break
not that.
With your sword, numbnut.
Dude, that would be an amazing localization if you could like add more lines in the middle.
I mean, just talk to the Monster Hunter devs and they'll give them plenty of room to localize freely.
I actually first learned that kudaku or kudakeru in the context of like speaking informally. And later I learned the other version. Alright, let's go. Yep, that's what he said. Whoa!
Whoa.
Wow. Easy.
Wow, roll credit.
That one's you.
Claire! My wife.
Oh!
The cat came back. Zapi! His name is Zapi! Oh, I
Zappy.
love this cat.
Zappy. Dude, that sounds like if they made like pea flavored like snack in Japan, it would be called like Zappy.
Zapi. It'd be a good pizza restaurant for sure.
生きているのか
That one's
It's
you.
not Pikachu.
I think it is Pikachu.
クレア、生きてるのか? Are you alive? Are you really alive? Is that really you?
I'm gonna go with no, or else we wouldn't have a plot here.
レイク
Oh, vague?
クレアどこも痛くないか気分は
クレア、どこも痛くないか自分 You're not hurt anywhere, Claire. How are you feeling?
うん私
Yeah, I'm...
クレ
Claire. Oh god, it's about to get very romantic.
アクレア震えているのか
Is this you or me? I don't know.
That's you right now.
Okay, I'll take... So, yeah. Claire, are you shaking?
うん違うのレイグ
違うの、レイグ So here's like two ways to say no, because is no, and then 違うの is also no. So 違う literally means like it's different, but you wouldn't say it's different. I'm not shaking. You just say no, babe. I'm not.
ここは少し寒いわ太陽に当たりたいな
This is a funny one to... Okay. It's a bit cold in here. I want to be hit by the sun.
Wait, what? What?
太陽に当たりたいな
This would be more like I wanna feel the rays of the sun, not I wanna be hit.
I don't know. I think my localization's better. I want the sun to just come crashing down
She
on me
actually
right
wants
now.
the sun to come.
Yeah, this is interesting though. I would have thought it would be like hizashi ni ataritai or something.
I think that hi ni ataru means to like put in the sunlight.
Yeah.
So
But
in
in
this
this
case, it's just like I need to get some rays.
Let's start a poll to let the people decide if it's Pikachu. Is that what you mean? Based on chat, that'll be a two-person poll.
50-50 split.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
クレア
Claire, come back. Pikachu, no, Pikachu.
Pikachu! It's like the
クレ
the whatever is the Ego Raptor.
Oh god.
Okay, Claire, I'm sorry. So yeah, this is like Sumanai. Which I don't actually know. It's just Sumimasen, I guess, right? It's just the... It's just a form of sumimasen.
Sumanai instead of sumimasen.
I guess we shouldn't go down the road of etymologizing sumanai, because then you just get to sumu, and it's like... You can kind of draw a line there, but it's not really worth it.
何があったの？一体何が？
何があったの？一体何が？ What happened? What on earth happened?
覚えていないのか？
You don't remember?
Oh, they're playing that card.
Ha.
ベイグの体から出てきた青い光に包まれて、それから私。
ベイグの体から出てきた青い光に包まれて、それから私。I was enshrouded by a blue light that came forth from your body. Ooh. And then I ...
Yeah, so tsutsumu here is like to wrap. And so we're using the intransitive of that, so I was wrapped in a blue light.
I was enveloped in a blue light.
What's that in chat? I can't read that. Soul something?
Sumo? Sumo?
Wait, is that like sumo? Like...
Yeah, that's like sumo wrestling.
Oh. Wow, I've never seen the kanji for that. That's cool.
Is that the other name for Pikachu? Sumo?
Sumo-chan.
君はずっと氷の中に閉じ込められていたんだよ。
You were... Zutto. Yeah, that's interesting. So like I guess you were trapped in ice for a while. I mean, that's kind of clear given where she woke up, but...
Remember when you woke up and there was like ice all around you, and there's like ice on the floor and the ceiling and the walls? Like, yeah.
I guess in this case, Zutto is basically trying to emphasize like that whole period of time you don't remember, you were trapped in this ice.
Right.
あなたたちは？
And you are?
こいつが
Oh, すまないとすむ。I see.
Want to do a pun? Oh, I see. All right, let's see. Oh wait, who is this? Oh, this is me. こいつがお前を助けるのを手伝ってくれた. So these people, I guess they helped me save you.
Right.
So we have the kureru form, tekureru, to do something for you.
はじめまして。僕はマオ。こっちは。
はじめまして、僕はマオ。こっちは Nice to meet you. I'm Mao. And this is?
Eugene Garaldo だ。
I'm Eugene the cat.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
to meet you.
Eugene Gallard. Eugene Gallard.
Gallard.
Oh, man.
Garaldo.
Garaldo. Eugene Gallard. The cat.
The cat.
The cat.
Eugene Garaldo Zakato da.
Zakato. ザネコ。
ベイグのフォルスが暴走し、君はそれに巻き込まれた。
Telling it like it is, Eugene Gallard.
Wow, he just ratted us out.
君はそれに巻き込まれた。Big basically let the forest run wild, and you got caught up in that.
Wow, you weren't supposed to tell her that.
そして1年経った今、ベイグはようやく君を救い出した。
They love these qualifiers. So, and then the now that is 1 year past. I guess you just say, and now 1 year later.
There you go.
Vague. I like my first tries better personally, but
And now the 1 year, the now that is 1 year past.
the now that has passed 1 year. Vague has finally saved you from the. Yeah, interesting. How would you skuidasu? It's like he's finally rescued you from the ice. Oops.
Sure, that's a good way to put it.
本当に
That's
す
all
まな
good.
かった
Yeah, 本当にすまなかった. I'm so sorry, Claire.
Wait, I'm curious. Is sumanai? Where do you kind of put sumanai with relationship to gomen nasai? In terms of like seriousness.
Ooh. Ooh. I can't claim to know if this is correct as a non-native speaker, but for me, gomen nasai is a little more casual.
Interesting. Okay.
Even though sumanai is like the informal version of sumimasen. Like, if someone was like, I can't believe you did that to me, and I was like, gomen. Or if I was like, sumanakatta. Like, for me, for some reason, sumanai just feels a little bit more sincere. But don't quote me on that. I can't actually claim to know which one is more formal or more like truly repentful than the other one.
Yeah, something to ask a native about for sure. I think this one's you. Oh, it's me? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because I just did the sumanakatta one.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's see. Kimi o kori no naka ni tojikometa no wa Vague no ishi janai yo. So, Vague didn't mean to trap you in the ice. I mean, I think that much is clear.
If you were thinking about breaking up with him, let me just roll you back a little bit.
Alright.
Oh wow, that's really laying it thick on him there. 何度も君を助けようとしたはずさ。そうでしょ, Vague? He surely tried to save you multiple times, right, Vague? Giving him an out here, like, of course, I'm sure he was totally up day and night trying to save you.
Dude, that
all
look
the
that
time.
that look that Vague is giving right now, you know the answer already.
Yeah, it's that nice 240p look that he's giving her there.
It's I don't know how to feel about this Mao person. Like, they were like ready to kick our ass, and then once it's like, oh, we just have to get the woman out of here, it's like now now everything's hunky dory. I don't know what changed.
There's some ulterior motives going on, I think.
Yeah, this Hazusa is like, Okay, let's see what his great answer is. Oh, okay. Yeah, he actually did. Okay, so she's saying, Vague, oh no, your hands are that wounded. Yeah, kizu darake. So darake is like riddled with. So like, your hands are riddled with wounds.
Trying to claw the ice open with his hands or beat it. Break it apart with his
It's a very anime thing to do, like you have a sword, but you just pound on the ice and you go, Yada!
When all else fails, use your fist.
This one will be you.
You did that to say he's wearing gloves. How does she know that his hands are riddled with wounds?
just, you know.
Just roll with it. They only made one. They only made one character costume. Yeah. So you did it to save me.
Dude, that Pikachu thing is just 1,000 yards staring off into the distance.
だが俺にはどうすることもできなかった。できたのはクレアを見守ることだけだった。
But there was nothing I could do. The only thing I could do was watch over you. Trying to think if there's anything we want to explain in here. Dekita.
Justifying his failure.
どうすることもできなかった. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that shows up again. Yeah.
できたのは, so the one thing I could do was, and mimamoru is like to look over or to watch over.
Maybe that's the skin color and he's wearing a mask.
クレア、俺はこれからお前にどうしてやれば。
クレア、俺はこれからお前にどうしてやれば。クレア、what am I gonna do with you now? Interesting statement. To like to catch her up after a year's worth of being frozen in the ice, maybe?
前にどうしてやれば、どうしてすれば。
お前にどうしてやれば。お前に、I'm not really sure what's going on with the particles here, but
Well, I was
the
expecting
general
something
vibe
like,
I'm getting from the sentence.
I was expecting like どうすれば.
Oh, yeah, どうすれば、どうしてやれば.
Is it just a
You
fancier
got me,
way of
my
saying
friend.
it?
I have, yeah. どうしてやれば. The vibe I'm getting from this general sentence, though, is like, what am I gonna do with you? Like, not in like a reprimanding kind of way, but like, you've been frozen in ice for a year. Like, how am I gonna bring you back to the world?
So how do I get rid of you now? So screw. That's what I was thinking too. When I first read that, he was like, "Well, I'm going on an adventure now, guys. Sorry, like I wasn't expecting to actually save her, but now I got to do something."
Eugene the cat over here figured out how to break through the ice, and now I gotta figure out another way to get rid of it.
It's like an episode of Blue's Clues. Eugene broke the ice.
A clue.
どうしてやれば. I feel like I've heard that somewhere in like anime or something. Like it gives off the vibe of like どうすれば, but it's like a little more katai. どうしてやればいい? Because it's got it's got a follow. Yeah, interesting. I tried looking it up in the dictionary, but yeah, huh. Go figure.
レイグ、私、家に帰らなきゃ。
Okay. Is this one you or me?
Yes, you.
Okay. Oh, Vague, I have to go home.
Oh, really? After a year? Sure.
Okay.
お父さんやお母さんも心配しているだろうし、安心させてあげたいの。
Well, that's fair.
お父さんやお母さんも心配してるだろうし、安心させてあげたいの。My mother and father are surely worried about me, and I want to put them at ease.
Oh yeah, I heard about Deep L. That's like some sort of well, what's the term? I can't think of the term. Like AI based translation things. Actually, yeah, I wonder if Google Translate would have something. I think in this case though we got the idea of what doshite yareba was getting at, even though we don't know exactly what it means. But maybe
Mm.
maybe we were wrong though. Okay, let's keep going.
ベイグ、助けてくれてありがとう。
Oh, that one's me?
That's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vague, thanks for saving me.
私はこの通り元気だから。
私はこの通り元気だから。I'm as fit as a fiddle, as you can see.
This is weird,
After
man.
being frozen in ice for a year. Yeah.
Okay.
よかったらお二人も私の家で休んでいってください。
Okay. This one's me. So if the first phrase that popped in my head was "if it pleases you," I guess if you'd like, the two of you as well could come rest at my house.
Nice.
大
Nice.
したおもてなしは
Free
できま
in.
せんけど、お食事の用意をして待っています。
大したおもてなしはできませんけど、お食事の用意をして待っています。I can't offer you any sort of luxurious hospitality, but we do have some meals prepared.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I actually haven't seen that pop up in a game before. Omotenashi.
Omotenashi?
Yeah, and taishita.
I mean, yeah, it's like it.
But taishita is like taishita mono nai.
Taishita is like so I believe the kanji here would actually be big, oki.
Right.
It's like no great amount of, or no impressive. Like we can't offer any impressive form of hospitality.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Please stay with me so it doesn't lag.
いい子だな。
You're kind of cutting out again, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Unless you were speaking really quiet there. Okay. Ii musume da na. What a good girl. Sounds kind of weird translating it like that in English.
Hard to make that not sound creepy.
Yeah. Especially when Eugene the cat is saying it.
Dot.
さてと、ごちそうになりに行こっかな。
さてと、ごちそうになりに行こっかな。Well then, let's go get ourselves a feast.
フォルス使ったからお腹ペコペコだよ。
This person's weird. I use the force, so my stomach is wumbly gwumbly.
Mao.
Oh.
Dude, he looks pissed as fuck in that.
Yeah, dude, that frontal view is a little bit terrifying.
Jesus.
わかってるってば。
Alright, I got it.
ベイグ、君に話があるんだよ。僕たちはそのために君に会いに来たんだからさ。
ベイグ、君に話があるんだよ。ベイグ、I've got something that I need to talk to you about. 僕たちはそのために君に会いに来たんだからさ。That's why we came to meet you.
ここで聞く。
I will listen here.
できれば落ち着いたところで話がしたい。
できれば落ち着いたところで話がしたい。I'd rather talk somewhere a little more private. Maybe private is not the best translation of ochitsuita. Ochitsuka is more like calm or relaxed. But
Yeah.
it just seemed like the right way to say it, at least from an English perspective.
Yeah, totally. Uh-oh.
あれは
That's wow, that animation.
Iceberg! Ah!
あれは
氷のバイラスフローズドクローだよ。
氷のバイラスフローズドクロWhat? A froze? Froze? Froze doctor. Is this frozen? Froze crow?
Bro, that's a froze
Is it
crow.
double past tense? Frozen and froze? I have no idea. Or dokuro? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, virus. Virus? An ice virus? There's so much katakana going on here. I have no idea.
That's an ice virus, otherwise known as a frozed crow. Bairasu. Sure. Okay.
こっちへ来るぞ。
It's coming this way. Oh, we already got
Oh,
3
damn.
party members. Oh, where'd this guy come from?
Yeah, that's
Dude.
not the froze crow.
How do I guard? Dude, can you not guard in this game? Maybe I double mapped a button. You have to work without guarding here.
ベイグなかなかやるじゃない。ベイグなかなかやるじゃない。
喋っている暇があるのか。
Thanks. Alright.
どうして村の中にまでバイラスが。
Oh, maybe it is virus. I think this one's you.
Okay, so virus is, I guess, the generic term for the monsters. So why have these virus penetrated this far into the village?
バイラスは自然界にあるものが怪物に姿を変えたものだ。どこにでも現れる可能性はある。
Whoa. So yeah, it is kind of like a virus then. Okay,
Right.
so what do we got here? Let's see. バイラスは自然界にあるものが怪物に姿を変えたものだ。Okay, so it sounds like what they're saying. 怪物に Hold on, give me a second to think about this. 怪物に変える. Okay, so that's like to turn into, I guess. のにあるものが I see. So viruses, so yeah, this is again, you can use the sentence splitting strategy. Like, バイラスは何々々ものだ. So like viruses are things which have changed like the beings of our natural world into monsters. Would that be an appropriate translation?
そう、バイラスは自然界にあるものが怪物に姿を変える。So viruses are like the changed form of that which is already present in our natural world. The kaibutsu are like the deranged or monstrous form. So here we had the frozed crow. So it likely started as a real crow. And then it became the frozed crow.
But yeah, I'm trying to understand. Let's see. 自然界にあるものが怪物に姿を変える.
Yeah,
So,
Shizenkai ni aru mono, the things of the natural world,
yes.
the animals or the beings of the natural. Kaibutsu ni sugata wo kaeta, so they changing into the shape of something monstrous.
怪物. So in this case, it's not the things of the natural world are becoming monsters. It's that the viruses are taking the shape of the monsters.
The viruses are things of the natural world having turned into something monstrous.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I guess I'm getting a little caught up on some of the particles here. There's like too many things. Kaibutsu ni sugata o kaeru.
Into monsters or into
Kaibutsu
kaibutsu.
ni sugata o kaeta. Oh, I see.
So if you
So
want to
the-
think of sugata o kaeru, it's like a singular verb to change shape.
Right. So viruses are viruses are the monsters that are basically shape changed things that existed in the natural world.
they are viruses are things of the natural world that have changed shape into monsters.
Right. Okay, and
Transformed.
then he says they can appear anywhere.
Right.
あることがきっかけで世界中で能力者もバイラスも数が増えてるんだ。
あることがきっかけで世界中で能力者もバイラスも数が増えてる。So あることがきっかけで for some reason something has happened such that the number of force users and viruses in the world has started to rise.
Uh-oh. Someone's trying to kill God. That's what's happening.
フォルスの発言バイラスの増加一体何が起きているんだ
Thank you, Vig. The appearance of the Force. The increase in viruses. What in the world is happening? Increase in viruses, man. I don't want to think about it.
マオ
Nope.
お前は世界を救うためと言ったなそれは
まあ、お前は世界を救うためにと言ったな。それは Mao, you said that you came here to save the world. What does that mean?
ごめん。僕限界みたいなんですけど。
Sorry, it looks like I'm at my limit.
Bad timing to start a game about virus.
Yes. Very much so. Or the best time.
話は長くなる。その前にマオに飯を食わせてやってくれないか。
話は長くなる。その前にマオに飯を食わせてやってくれ。This is gonna be a long talk. Why don't we feed her first?
It's kind of interesting that Meshi is also in katakana here.
Yeah, that one does not make sense to me.
I guess if
Perhaps
you call it...
because using Meshi and kanji is kind of rare?
That's true.
Or like
I would have expected
somewhat
hiragana.
Common reading? Yeah. Oh. Maybe to imply that like it's supposed to be kanji so they could read it as... Nah, I've got no clue, man. The use of katakana here is beyond me.
I just realized that Meshi, it looks like... Well, obviously you have the shi that looks like a smiley face, but the me is kind of like two chopsticks. So it's like a little smiling dude, like, itadakimasu.
Oh.
こっちだ
Wakatta, kochira. Fine, this way then. So he knows where Claire
ク
lives.
レアのこと
Yeah,
感謝する
that would make sense. Okay, thanks for helping me with Claire. Boop, 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 boop. Oh,
Oh yay, Mao to Eugene ga nakama ni narimashita. You became friends with Claire and Eugene.
this happened in Tales of Destiny too, but it says notice in all
Notice.
lowercase. That's good. Oh, anime cutscene? Oh no. Oh. It's like the white... Oh, that's like the pass? It's like a mountain pass?
ピラミネ白鵬 maybe?
Oh,
うーん
wait.
何を嬉しそうにやっているんだ。
戦っ
Whoa.
た相手やバイラスのことをバトルブックに書いてるんだ。
どうしてそんなことを。
思い出作りさ。うんうんうん
Crap, I meant to practice being able to pause those as we go through them. But it's just a tutorial for this battle book. Okay, so battle book は敵の情報や戦闘用語など戦闘に関する様々なことがno, that's no better. So you have key, like record and indicate. Yeah, I don't know the onyomi of no better.
技術
Kijutsu.
技術
Aha. It's an N1. Well, I'll put it in. We actually haven't added stuff in a while here.
Hmm?
So this is description. I guess description is the best explanation here. What's the difference between meshi and gohan? Meshi's more informal. And I think that's about it. Is there any other difference, Paul?
Not like to the extent that I'm aware.
Yeah, that's my general vibe when I hear meshi is it's more casual. Also, I think meshi... meshi... Is that more of like, do males use meshi more? I'm not really sure. I get that vibe.
Could you
though.
repeat that, Kyle?
Oh, do men use the word meshi more than women?
Oh gosh, I have no idea about that. I don't think so, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I guess we should get to translating this bad boy. Let's see. So, 敵の情報や戦闘用語など. Okay, so information on the enemies and also battle terminology. And then 戦闘に関する様々なことが. So, and other things related to battling are described in the battle book. Alright, that one's you.
Let's see here.
Whoa, your audio got like
旅が
immediately
失
amazing.
礼や知識が追加されていくので、こまめにチェックしておけば有利に戦うことができるでしょ? Oh, Lord.
Dude, whatever you just did to your audio, you should do that all the time.
Kyle, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I think we lost it.
Uh-oh. Let's see here. Oh, you can hear me. I can't hear you. Okay.
Test. Can you hear this? Uh-oh.
Check
Something
here.
happened. He sounds good now, but at what cost? For real. I don't know what he just did, but he needs to do that more.
If you want to go ahead and take this sentence, I gotta do a little bit of... Yeah, right? It sounds good now, but at what cost? I've got to do a little bit of audio
Okay.
debugging here.
Yeah. Let me... Okay, he's reading chat. I can chat to him. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and take this while he's figuring it out. So we've got 旅が進むにつれ、新しい敵や知識が追加されていくので、こまめにチェックしておけば、有利に戦うことができるでしょう。Okay, there's definitely some stuff in
yeah,
here.
I can hear you again.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I'm back. And
Yeah,
everyone's like, wow, your audio is way better.
Yeah, what did you do? It's like infinitely better.
My AirPods died, and so I switched to jack headphones.
Oh, dude, yeah. Okay, that's the way to do it in the future.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, this audio is like many times good. Okay, so this one's you. I just read it out in Japanese.
Oh, sure. Yeah. 旅が進むにつれ、新しい敵や知識が追加されていく. So let's stop there. 旅が進む. So as your journey progresses, につれ is a grammatical structure used to be like as. So like as your journey progresses.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't know.
Yeah, so the official, like the long-winded version is nitsurete, but you can drop the te and just say nitsure. So, 旅が進むにつれ、新しい敵 new enemies and new knowledge 敵や知識が追加されていく。追加する to be added. So as your journey progresses, you will acquire new information on enemies as your journey progresses, new enemies and new information will be added to your battle book. なので、こまめに so こまめに is like to use diligently or use to like use quite frequently or precisely. こまめにチェックしておけば if you check your battle book frequently, 有利に戦うことができる you can fight with great advantage. You can hold the advantage in your fight.
Hold on, mate. Need to add that one too.
So basically, use the battle book. It is to your advantage.
I see. Man, this audio is so much better, man. I can hear you pronouncing the Japanese so much crisper.
Okay, good. Okay, we've solved an issue there that we didn't even know was going to be an issue.
Thanks,
so,
AirPods, for dying.
Future, I'll be using
I see. Diligent.
Free AG. Noted. For komameni.
Yeah.
Diligent. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Diligent, attentive to detail. Komame.
I believe there's something in the etymology that relates to the kanji, which is a small bean.
Yeah.
Komame. So like
Komame. Although the kanji I see for it under other forms is a totally different looking thing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a... Oh yeah, you can't see stream.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, it's some other beast of a thing. Interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen that layout there. What's the other one? Oh. I don't have enough room to write all this. Goodness.
Oh, you're trying to write the whole thing?
Yeah, I was, and I failed horribly.
Yeah, that's some gnarly kanji, man.
I saw a lot of rare readings for the kanji, too.
There's
I mean, ko
other...
is fine. That one is always... That one's ko. That one is fine, but...
Okay.
Pronounce this as mame. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work out that. I can actually probably make that whiteboard longer for you because we don't need that Daebun column in the spreadsheet really.
I see. I mean, it's just my fat fingers trying to draw these kanji.
Well, it's kind of an odd shape for the stream. It's like more of a square.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, we got that one. What do we got next? 戦闘に関する記録は、バトルブックの戦闘履歴で確認することができます。Okay, so you can see... So wait, 戦闘に関する記録? Okay, so records relating to your battles you can find in the... You can confirm them or you can look at them in the battle history section of the battle book. I guess random aside, this rireki is in the word for resume. Rireki show.
A history of your accomplishments.
A history of yourself documented?
Kind of, in a way, yeah. That's not actually a bad way to put it. Kichohin battle book. Valuable item, battle book obtained. Battle book を手に入れました。You got the battle book. 戦闘に関して詳しく記述された本。戦闘の解説書でもあり、記録書でもある。A highly detailed book about battling. It contains analyses of battles and is also a record of them. Dun, 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 dun.
What a... Oh, man. That would be such a great dub. A book with a lot of shit about battles. It explains battles and it records them.
It's got diagrams about battles.
It's got Gantt charts with how to complete battles.
It's got recipes for battles. It's got poetry about battles. Haiku, even.
Dude, look at the text on the book image is like, it's like go. Interesting.
For some reason, I see almost like the icon for an old movie theater camera. Like you got the two reels on top of the base.
Yeah, you do.
Please make fan translation. Oh,
It's
that's
on
what
the
we're
list.
doing. I guess we'll have to actually write it all down though.
Yeah.
You
We'll have to
got the
find
battle
some,
book. Good job.
We should definitely find some of those games that haven't been localized and do like shitty fan translations.
What do you mean shitty fan translation?
Yeah, 言い間違えました。
Gugenka, man. It's all about Gugenka.
Yeah, Gugenka. この本で戦闘を具現化ようにできる。
You can manifest battles with the book. Because remember, it's all about the battle book. All right, cool. Man, she's been waving to those cows for years.
I feel like we have to read the battle book. It's been hyped up to us.
I know, we gotta read it. Let's read the battle book. Oh, Lord.
Shit, oh.
Oh, God. Rebirth.
Okay, I think this one's me, yeah.
Rebirth.
キャラクターの強さの目安. So an estimate of your character's strength. Wow, they're explaining basic RPG concepts to us here. 敵に勝利すると経験値を得られ、経験値が溜まるとレベルアップします。So, if you beat enemies, you get experience points. So 経験値 here is experience points. You can earn experience points. And if you accumulate enough experience, you level up. Wow. Pretty cool.
My God, I've never heard of this before.
Wasn't there an anime where the translation is absolutely wild? Yeah, you might be talking about Ghost Stories, which is legendary. But that was willingly not a translation of the Japanese. Ah, Ghost Stories is so good. Do you want to explain what HP is, Paul?
What HP is? Hit pointo. HP is your hit points, which is weird because I always thought of HP as health points, but hit point. キャラクターの体力を示す値, a value that represents your character's vitality. 術技やアイテムで回復します。You can recover HP with the use of items or abilities. 戦闘不能状態を回復するには戦闘中ならライフボトル、戦闘後なら料理が必要です。Alright, 戦闘不能状態, which is a 6 kanji word for KO. If you are KO'd and you want to recover from KO, you have to use a life bottle mid-battle, or you can eat food after battle.
Nice. Yeah, wait, Paul, have you seen Ghost Stories? I think we've talked about that before. Oh,
I
dude,
have not,
do you know about it?
No, but apparently the translation was wild.
Yeah, basically it was like this mid-tier anime, and when they decided to localize it for English, they basically gave the script to the English localization company and said like, well, it didn't really sell well in Japan, so like do whatever you want with the script, like we just want it to sell. And they're like, do whatever you want, you say. And so they basically made it into like this hilarious comedy show.
Almost like Takeshi's Castle being turned into Most Extreme Elimination Challenge or something.
Oh, is that what happened with that?
Yeah, dude. So that MXC is not even close to what it is in English.
Oh, MXC. Like, oh, that's MXC. Yeah. No, it is. It is totally like MXC. But the best thing about Ghost Stories was it got like super irreverent. Like you'd never have translations. Like they touched on like very sensitive topics to joke with. Like it's kind of edgy humor.
Really interesting.
I'll have to send you a clip later. It's so good.
For sure. I see.
Yes,
Screws comment, holy hell, they go wild in this game with kanji. Yes, unfortunately, with these kind of descriptors about like what the stats are, they love to just blast you with all the kanji they can.
Yeah, I'll take this RG. Dashugeji. Okay.
Dashugeji.
So, キャラクターの感情を示すゲージ. It's a gauge that shows your character's feelings? Or like fighting spirit, I guess, is what they're going for here?
Sure, spirit might be a good start, at least, before we truly figure out what this is.
敵に攻撃を当てると上昇し. So, as you attack enemies, this gauge raises. 攻撃を防御すると this would be 下降します
Gekko, yes, I believe Gekko.
Okay, so if you defend attacks, then it goes down, and if you hit enemies with your attacks, it goes up. RG が高いと Oh, interesting. This is just going to be the onyomi of this kanji, probably. Ataeru. I don't know. That's something to look up.
Oh,
Ataeru dameji.
Yo damage?
Yo damage? RG が高いと yo damage が増加し Oh, okay, so if the gauge is high, your attacks do more damage. And then RG が低いと回復量が増加します Ah, so as long as it's low, then your restorative abilities increase. So it's like deciding how aggressive or defensive you want to be.
Okay, it's kind of like rage in some RPGs where like if you have high rage, you have high attack power, but you also like you take more damage or like you can't heal very well.
Right, right.
Um,
Oh,
so it's like,
thanks for stopping in, Screer. Yeah, it'd be awesome if you could stop by again. We'll be streaming pretty regularly, I hope. We'll find out, but
sure. Thanks for joining with us. It was great.
sorry, I interrupted you there. What were you?
Yeah, I'll
This
finish
guy.
up the first 4 of 21 pages of the battle book.
Okay, so let's see. We had その他の効果もありますので、いろいろ試してみましょう. So there are other effects of the rage. I just want to call it the rage gauge because you called it rage. There are other effects of the rage gauge. So let's try out a lot of different things.
Sweet. And now the FG. The force
course.
gauge. 術技用のゲージで So this is a gauge used for your abilities. 前、後、上、下の方向キーに対応しています。And it relates to the forward, backward, up, and down keys. So I guess the D-pad?
Yeah, that's what I think they're saying, yeah.
Okay. セットした術技はフォルスゲージが溜まってなくても使用できますが、フォルスゲージが溜まっているときに最大の威力を発揮できます。Or is that 発揮? It's 発揮. Okay. So セットした術技はフォルスゲージが溜まってなくても So you can use the skills, the abilities that you've set to the forward, backward, upward, and downward directions, even if your force gauge is not charged. But if your force gauge is charged, then those skills will unleash the highest amount of power. And Sosa, so how to use, use the D-pad plus X. So our force skills, our force abilities, we want to keep an eye on the force gauge. That'll dictate how strong our force skills are.
Yeah, there's a few things I wanted to... Wow, I just noticed that they have tamaru with the kanji, and then in the same sentence they have tamaru again, and they don't use the kanji. That's really nice. Tamatteiru.
Whoa,
That... I would be tempted to say that's like a mistake just because it looks very odd to me because they're both referring to the same thing.
It's one of two things. It's either a mistake, or because that kanji is not necessarily super common, and there's a high chance you have kids playing this game.
Yeah.
It could be a way of explaining how to read the kanji.
Right.
So first they use the kanji, obviously, because traditionally you would use the kanji. But then the second time they use the kana because perhaps you have a younger player who didn't know how to read it. So the second time it appears, it's in hiragana, and the sentence structure is nearly identical, right? フォルスゲージが溜まってなくても and then you have フォルスゲージが溜まってる時に So in this case, the child would be able to extrapolate and think, oh, okay, this is supposed to be pronounced tamaru. Because this game doesn't really appear to have furigana anywhere. So the only way they can kind of teach the use of the kanji would be kind of this way of using it twice in a row, but putting the kana only on the second iteration.
Can you tell me what those words are after Saidai no Nantoka Ryoku?
Saidai no Iryoku.
Iryoku. Oh, I've heard that word before.
Iryoku, you could translate it as force or pressure or oppression even, I think. influence, power, authority. In this
Yeah.
case, authority is not quite what we'd want to use because it's talking more about like just straight power. And then haki is to like to how would I put, not to command per se, but to unleash perhaps or exhibit.
I'm gonna look that one up too because I didn't know that one. Show of power. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's kind of the general idea there.
Manifestation again.
Gugenka. It's all about.
We already have a word for that. Haki. So show.
Looks like we clearly have a lot more battle words that we've yet to unlock.
Yes. Let's see. Manifestation. Haki. Yeah, wow. There's actually another word I wanted to look at here. Oh yeah, the Yodameji. That's interesting.
That's definitely a game industry kind of approach.
I wonder if that's actually the Yo.
So the I guess the grammatically correct Japanese would be ataerareta dameji.
Right.
The damage that was dealt to you. But because that's really long, they'll do this thing where they cut off all of the hiragana and they just use the kanji as like a placeholder to mean like damage received, damage taken.
Right. It becomes like one word.
Yeah.
It looks like, so I thought it was Yodameji, but it looks like it's Yodameji.
Yeah, just short Yodameji.
Interesting.
But like, and this is the non-native speaker speaking here. But I wouldn't even like try to force myself to read it as yo. This is kind of that weird moment where you're seeing the kanji and you're appreciating the meaning of the kanji before you concern yourself with whether it's the onyomi or the kunyomi. Rather, that kanji means to me, it means like receive.
Right.
So I see that paired with damage, and in my head, I think, oh, damage taken. I don't think, oh, I need to pronounce this as yodameji. It's more just kind of that weird moment where like you're looking more at the pictographic information, the stimulus you get from just seeing the kanji and understanding the meaning that it has in itself.
I thought this was going to be the damage you deal is increased, not the damage you receive. Because like ataeru is like to give or like to bestow, right?
Ooh, fair point. Actually, I don't know if it's going to be the damage you deal or the damage that's dealt to you. But I suppose contextually it would be the damage you deal because we're talking about like your rush gauge being high.
Yeah. Unless what they just mean is damage dealt increases, like maybe both people do more damage.
Oh, like you deal more and you receive more?
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens when we actually have a...
That's interesting. I wonder if you showed this to a Japanese person, would they know which one of those it is? I imagine they would.
You know what? I'm tempted to believe that if it's damage you receive, instead it would appear with this kanji.
The ukeru or something? Oh wait,
yeah,
let me switch overlays here. Yeah.
So if it's ukeru plus damage, then that might be the damage you receive, where ataeru plus damage is the damage you deal.
And then they'd probably make a combo that's like juyo dameji, which is like damage received and dealt.
Oh lord.
They'd do it. I wouldn't put it past them.
Sure.
Okay, wow, lots of info in here, man. Well, I don't know if we need to read all these right now.
Yeah.
I guess we might actually want to call it pretty soon here. We've been going for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we could call it a night for now then. She's been waving goodbye to that cow for like the last half hour.
She's like, you done reading that book, bro? Like, we don't know what Yoda Meiji means. Yeah, cool. I guess let's go ahead and call it here then. We've got 2 people in chat, which I think is my friend Tepe and you. so thanks for coming out. Everybody equals 1 person. We had some more folks in the beginning. That was pretty cool.
Tepe.
Yeah, I think we'll be back at it next week, I imagine.
For
so
sure.
yeah,
We'll figure out where Claire's house is, if those are actually her cows.
if those are her cows.
It's been a year, man.
Yeah, those aren't your cows anymore. I'm sorry to say. All right, we're gonna get out of here. See everybody later.
Oh.